Hey guys, Mobileshaman here for the Chaos Planet, and today, unlike our last video, which TheAsianBear did about Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm making this one about Cardfight Vanguard. Now, this is a character deck build for one of the coolest characters of the series, Toshiki. This is his first Kagero deck, which focuses on using Dragonic Overlord, Vortex Dragon, and Blazing Flare Dragon to win. So, sorry Amber Dragon fans, there's none here today. Right. So, firstly, people which use Kageros often, you probably already figured this out. People which don't, Kageros are a pretty aggressive clan. They focus on destroying their opponent's rear guards and then gaining effects from destroying the rear guards and from having rear guard advantage. Now, so they're a pretty aggressive clan. To make full use of this aggression, half the triggers in this deck are made of criticals. So, let's just have a look at some of these triggers then. You have 3 Blu-ray Draco kids. Love the card art for this. The cannon design on that arm is really cool. Next, you have 2 Demonic Dragon Mage Rakshasha. Yeah, I believe that's how you say it, Rakshasha. Yeah. Finally, we have 3 Embodiment of Spear Tars. Embodiment of Spear Tar. Yeah. Next, for the rest of the triggers, we have 2 Dragon Dancer Monica. And more draw triggers here with Gatling Claw Dragon. You kind of need him if you want to use Blazing Flare Dragon, but more on that later on. For the heal triggers, you only need 2 of them here with Dragon Monk Genjo. Now, considering most of the triggers are criticals, you probably figured out it's a very offensive deck. So, you don't need these guys really. You don't need all 4 heal triggers here. You're mainly going to be on the attack, trying to get a quick win. These guys are just here in case you get into a bit of a pickle and you need some health, really. But you shouldn't really need them all that often. Finally, for the last few triggers, you've got 2 stand triggers with Lizard Soldier Ganlu in case your opponent's able to block all your criticals and you still need to be able to do some damage to them. So that's why these guys are here. Alright, so let's move on to the rest of the cards now. We have 2 Lizard Runner Undu. Nothing really special about him. Your basic 6k attacker for your grade 0s. 1 Lizard Soldier Conroe, your main pioneer for the deck. And for the grade 1s we have 2 Demonic Dragon Mage Kimnora. 3 Embodiment of Armor Bar, basic 8k attacker. 2 Flame of Hope Yermo. 2 Iron Tail Dragon, again, like with Gatling Claw Dragon, he's necessary to take full advantage of Blazing Flare Dragon. You have 2 Perfect Guards here with Wyvern Guard Bari. Now, like with Dragon Monk Genjo, yeah, Genjo. You don't really need a lot of Perfect Guards in this deck because it is an offensive deck. He's mainly there in case your defenses are running a bit low and you need something to back you up. So yeah. Finally, with the last of the grade 1s, we have Wyvern Strike Jaren. Good card, especially if you're using Wyvern Strike Tejas. Next to the grade 2s, we have Blazing Core Dragon. Great cards, you can see from the effect here. You counterblast once, and you put Iron Tail Dragon and Gatling Claw Dragon from your rear guard into your soul, and then you're able to ride Blazing Flare Dragon from your deck. So, easily able to get out grade 3. It's a good grade 3 as well. So that's what Iron Tail and Gatling Claw are for. So don't just use Gatling Claw for defense or anything. Just make sure to stick them around if you're trying to focus on Blazing Flare Dragon. Next, 2 Chain Attack Sutherland. 1 Dragon Knight Aleph. 2 Dragon Knight Nahalem. And finally, 2 Wyvern Strike Tejas, probably my favourite card, one of the favourite cards of the deck, because you're able to destroy your opponent's boosters, really. He's not the strongest, but he doesn't need to be, especially if you've got Jaren here, because with his effect, Tejas can become an 18,000 point attacker, so you can destroy any booster your opponent's got, really. So one of my favourite cards of the deck, tend to use him quite a lot. Next, onto the grade 3s, Blazing Flare Dragon. Really easy card to use. If you're able to use Blazing Core Dragon's effect, your soul is filled up almost instantly, so you can Soul Blast 5 and destroy one of your opponent's rear guards, which automatically kicks in his other effect, which increases power by 3000, so he's a 13k attacker easy. Next we have 2 Dragon Monk Goku. He can destroy an opponent's grade 1 or less rearguard with if you draw a grade 3 through a trigger. Next, Kai's main card, Draconic Overlord. Yeah, I don't really tend to use him actually. He's a strong card, though. I think using up the Twin Drive for a 5,000 point boost, I think it's a bit risky, but you know, he can attack 2 to 3 times in a turn, so it's all your personal preference really. 2 Dulax Archdragon. 1 Embodiment of Victory Aleph. I don't tend to use him that much. I think only having 13k for 2 damage, to be able to do 2 damage, is a bit risky. So if you're going to use him, make sure to have a good booster, though. His other effect, being able to flip up all your damage, is pretty sweet. So yeah, again, all your personal choice. A lot of grade 3s to use in the deck, so it's all up to you. Finally, my main Vanguard for the deck, Vortex Dragon. Now, I like using him because he's pretty much always a 12k attacker because of his Soul Charge. But you know, some people may find his Soul Blast a bit too expensive, really. Though the effect is good, being able to destroy your opponent's rear guards. But you know, again, plenty of Draconic Overlords to use, Blazing Flurries to get out. You know, plenty of grade 3s available for use here. So that's pretty much it. Some few final notes, I guess. Right, as I said before, you don't need all the heal triggers and the perfect guards. They're just there in case you get into a bit of a pickle and you need to just really be on the defensive for a little bit. But you shouldn't really have to. This deck is all about offense. Next up, again with the grade 3s. Don't be afraid to try out different ones for them. There's a bunch of grade 3s available in the deck. The majority of the deck's made of them, really. So don't be afraid to try different combinations of the grade 3s. You have 3 of the Draconic Overlords. You have a few Dulax Archdragon. So yeah, try and experiment with them. See what combinations you like using the best. One thing I would say to be careful of is the lack of grade 2s in the deck. I'm surprised in the series that he didn't get grade locked more, really, but you know, there's not that many grade 2s here. You might find yourself stuck on grade 1, but it's okay. If you're planning on using the deck and modifying it, feel free to put some more grade 2s in, just something you should be aware of. But as soon as you get grade 2, you shouldn't be worried about being grade locked on that. There's plenty of grade 3s available for use. So that's pretty much it, really. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon with a Aichi deck for his first Royal Paladins. This has been the Chaos Planet. I'm Mobileshaman. Thanks for watching. See you again.